Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Mars, and my pronouns are they, them. And y'all, this show is... We watched Fighting Foodons episode, what? 9? 9. We watched episode 9. And...
On purpose.
On purpose, which was... What was it called? Hot Pepper
Society.
Hot Pepper Pursuit.
Hot Pepper Pursuit.
I don't remember.
It's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one it is. It's a great name. This show is on a weird trajectory for me, where it feels like every other episode is really, really good. And then every other episode is like...
the worst.
Oslo.
Yeah, is weird and bad.
Now, Mars, I respect you. I love you. Do you want to tell people what podcast this is?
I mean, this is
hey,
episode...
If you don't know...
This is episode 9 of season 2.
Hey, listener, haven't you heard... Hey, listener, let me tell you about a little podcast. It's called Deck of Friendship. We talk about anime. We talk about card games sometimes. Not in this case, though. We talk about anime where they talk about friendship, okay? We talked about Space Jam once. That's not relevant.
Yes,
but
it is.
It's staying in the episode because I actively told Mars to leave it in just now with these words that I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually how it works, yeah.
Go watch the Space Jam episode. Watch. You can't watch a podcast. What am I saying?
You can watch with your ears.
So in this episode, Hot Pepper Time, hotpeppergaming.com.
Hot off the trails of Banana Island.
Presses that too. Chase is still on Banana Island now.
Chase is leaving Banana Island. Goodbye, Banana Island.
He does that thing from the Frozen 2 trailer where he tries to freeze the water, but he keeps getting washed onto shore, except instead he's using a boat.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps on flipping over and gets thrown onto the shore. It's actually a pretty awesome parallel that Disney used for Frozen 2. They really wanted to evoke that feeling of Chase getting washed back up onto Banana Island.
Mm-hmm.
To really understand Frozen 2, if you're a true fan of Frozen 2, you have to watch the entirety of Fighting Foodons.
Or at least episode 9, Hot Pepper Pursuit.
I mean, episode 9, but episode 13 really... themes spring up. The finale themes really come up.
Of course.
To really just get into the lore, get into the really deep stuff with Frozen 2, you gotta watch Fighting Foodons. Any true fan knows this.
Yeah. So we see Coco and Chef John very briefly.
Yeah.
They say some words. I don't remember what
words.
they were.
Yeah, they say some words. Chef John says, "Go away." He literally says, "Go away."
Yeah.
Get out of here. I think at one point, he explains that there's a hot pepper society, which is a secret society of anti-glutton
secret agents.
And then Chase responds, "Oh, then you must know Chef Jack. He's my dad." And Chef John is like, it doesn't sound familiar. I don't know. What is up with Chef John?
I don't think Chef John... I think Chef John, Chef John gives Chase this travel guide that has a little hot pepper symbol on it to signify, hey, I'm a member of this society. But I don't think that Chef John actually is a member of that society. I think he, found the book, it, washed up on a corpse on the island. And then he just has it.
Was the corpse Chef Jack?
Oh, no!
Oh! Sorry.
You'd hope not.
It's all coming together, though.
I legit think that if Chase mentioned Chef John's name later in this episode, people would be like, "Who?
Who's that?
Who are you talking about?
Are you okay?"
Well, then again, they do live on a remote tropical island with two people on it, so
right.
But I think Chef John is a thief.
Chef John is a thief. He tells Chase to go away before he can find out his deep dark secret. And Chase is now on the water, paddling along, and then we get a cut to the gang. What's her name? Yeah.
Albert, Kayla, Python. These are memorable names.
I know. I don't know why I forgot. Oslo.
Don't forget Oslo.
And also Python's parents. And Python's parents are like,
and
okay.
the burnt meatballs.
And the burnt meatballs.
And Python's parents are like, we're leaving again.
And Python's like, I'm not coming with you. They need me. And they say, okay, bye.
And Kayla has this moment of we'd be lost without Python. But it's was that sarcasm?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because It's another one of these situations where I feel like they that was not the original line.
Yeah, it was probably something like, I'm so glad we met you, and you're safe and sound. Bye-bye.
I don't know. Here's the other thing that I found, by the way. So we have stated in the past that we want to do like a bonus episode after we're done with the show where we read the manga, the 2 issues of the manga. So it was never translated into English, and I can't even find any Japanese scans of it. As far as I can tell, the manga is not on the internet. So if anybody has a lead out there, let us know. That whole thought was related to something that you said, but now I can't remember what you said.
Well, I said my words about the translation and what it might actually have been about with Kayla saying goodbye to the parent. And they do that, and then they go get food and stuff, and then Kayla? Chase, God. Fighting food. Chase is reading a pamphlet, right?
Yeah, he's reading from the travel guide.
Oh, right, the travel guide.
We just mentioned the travel guide, Ray.
Listen, I don't remember the travel guide, but what does the travel guide say?
Every 30 seconds in this episode, our mind gets wiped.
Somebody's does. It's random.
It's one of us. That's why all 3 of us have the full picture.
It's a fun game that we like to play.
Yeah, it's a fun game where we all have the Men in Black eye erasers in front of our eye erasers. They don't erase your eyes.
And Women in Black. That was a fun joke from the new movie.
I didn't see it. No one did.
It's skippable. Yeah, no, it's skippable. I saw it because I was like, oh, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. And then it was like, no, actually just watch Ragnarok again.
Yeah,
wow.
that's
if you want Ragnarok, just watch Ragnarok.
And that's the thing about it, is that Thor Ragnarok is the only good Marvel movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Mars. I won't take no for an answer.
I'm sorry, Marvel, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is not very good.
I like it a lot, and that is my opinion, but I also respect yours.
I have my firm held opinion on the movie, but I respect yours, and also, this whole thing doesn't really matter that much to either of us.
But I think it's a really, really great commentary for this Fighting Foodons episode. So, Python goes Super Saiyan. Mm-hmm. No, I'm lying to you. I'm sorry, audience. You put your trust in me and I broke it. I'm sorry.
And here's the thing, Marvel, is that I put my trust in you, and the record will show that I nodded and said, mm-hmm, as if that was a real thing. I was like, I don't remember. My brain was wiped 30 seconds ago.
It could have been. Who knows? Nobody knows. So Chase is going through the ocean. He's rolling around at the speed of sound.
Chase is reading the manual.
And he comes upon an island. He comes upon Kame Island from Dragon Ball Z.
He's reading the handbook for the recently deceased.
Uh-huh. That's a Beetlejuice reference for those who haven't seen Beetlejuice.
Cool. I haven't seen Beetlejuice. Thank you for the accessibility, Ray.
You're welcome.
It's a good movie. We did a whole mock footage about it, and it's a good movie, we decided.
Cool.
Anyway.
Go listen to mock footage, but we're here about Deck of Friendship right now.
So he's reading the guide, and it says, like, if you get lost, just keep going in a straight line until you can ask somebody for directions.
Mm-hmm. And then he does.
And then, well, he does, because he says, oh yeah, sure, I'll go just stop at a convenience store. And then what's that in the distance? It's a little island with a convenience store on it.
Irony.
Convenience.
And irony.
And
irony.
And what waits for Chase inside the convenience store is the best character in any anime ever.
Oh, legitimately, the best character in maybe anything ever.
Her name is Jumbalydia. That is not a joke.
Her name is Jumbalydia.
Jumbalydia.
Otherwise known as Jay Linney.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest impersonator of all time.
Mm-hmm.
She's the greatest impersonator of all time. She's the co-founder of the Hot Pepper Society. She's a master super spy. And she's like a cool 75-year-old woman or whatever. Like, it's so cool, just legitimately, to have an old woman character that is, like, cool. You know what I mean?
Not not
Hell
evil
yeah.
or rude or mean
Right.
and painted as the bad guy because they're old.
Yeah, so he meets her in this little tiny island home, and she is hiding under a plate of jambalaya,
Yeah.
which is also her hat.
I don't fully understand the mechanics of this. Just because the plate of jambalaya is on the table, the camera goes weird for a while as Chase approaches. She jumps out of the table, and then we get a shot of her standing on the table without like a hole or anything.
It's
just
foreshadowing.
A full, complete table.
It's
How is-
foreshadowing.
how is
She-
it
She can
foreshadowing?
survive being flattened.
Oh, she was flat. There was no hole. She was just flat.
She was
She
flat.
was flat.
She was
Oh.
flat.
She was flat.
She was flat.
So
Hey,
you're
Internet,
telling me
she
was flat.
Tell me if that isn't the most epic thing you ever heard.
Wow.
Flat. Okay.
She was flat like this root beer that I left out.
Oh, except cool. So yeah,
Exactly.
we meet Jay Lenny, and we get some of her backstory about how she co-founded the Hot Pepper Society, and her granddaughter and her had a mission to do to stop some gormandizers, and she got away, but her granddaughter got captured and possibly brainwashed. And I said, "It's Claudia. It's Claudia. It has to be Claudia.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be Claudia.
Yeah, we were like, this daughter has to be Claudia.
She got brainwashed and now she's a kitty.
We have been rooting and so hard for a Claudia redemption arc.
But sadly,
and we
turns
just wanted it so bad.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not. It's her granddaughter is her granddaughter, a separate character from Claudia. But Claudia is in this episode.
Yeah, we do see
Yeah.
them in the same room.
We also get an idea. We know that Claudia is a step below the Big Four or the Big
Yeah,
Five.
seems that
I don't
way.
remember how
Big
many.
Four, yeah.
Big Four,
Because
Big
she
Four.
was bowing to them, or they're on the same level, and she was like playing with some string on the carpet.
That totally could have been the thing.
Now it could have been. I do think because she was specifically like the Big Four member that they focused on this episode was Cinnamonkey,
Mm-hmm.
the monkey cinnamon roll thing. Who so like maybe she's specifically an underling of Cinnamonk.
Right? It could be.
It could be.
be.
We won't know until we see her interact with more of the Big Four. But right now, she
Yeah.
has ties to Cinnamonkey.
Yeah.
And what happens? So
Well-
we get Jay Lenny's backstory, and it's cool and sad. And then the family, I always forget their names when they're all together. What?
Kayla, Albert, Oslo, and Python, you mean?
Yes, why
And
do
then
I
the
forget
meatballs?
their
The meatballs.
You mean them?
Yes,
Those
them.
folks?
This is
And also Crab Quake, Spaghetti About It, and Cowboy Rito?
anyone want to talk about the
And perhaps
cart?
even Sir Dumpling?
Anyone want to talk about the cart?
No, I can't forget about the Mac cart.
Mm-hmm. They're planning on getting captured to see if they can find Chase and Kayla's dad.
Yeah,
together.
they're in a restaurant.
Yes.
And Kayla's just asking random waiters, like, hey y'all, anybody, have you seen any gormandizers around?
Love to meet a gormandizer.
Would love to meet a gormandizer. Just anybody with a microphone or bug would just love to meet a gormandizer. And the waiter is like, hey, kid, shut the up.
Shut the up.
Shut the up.
Shut the up.
Shut the up, kid.
Cause do you wanna get captured? Do you wanna get thrown in a gormandizer pit?
Yes, I do.
And as it turns out, yeah.
I want to find my family.
But first, Kayla eats a lot of food and takes a nap.
That's
The most
important.
relatable thing. I do that every day of my life. I eat food and then I take a nap.
Yeah, and like Oslo, Albert, and Python are all standing around her bed as she
meatballs.
wakes up, and the meatballs. They're all standing around her bed as if she was like in a long coma, and she is just now coming back to them.
Well,
Right.
every moment up until this moment has been a dream that Kayla has dreamt up.
Whoa.
by waking up, the energy has escaped out of her body and made it reality.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Go on.
No, I think that's it. I think we're good. I think we got it. That's it.
That's the whole theory.
That's it.
How do you have more questions?
Easily. So I kind of like blank out for a second on how they get to the disguise ourselves portion. How does that happen?
They just do.
Oh, there's no plan. They just do it.
They dress up as clowns.
So there is a whole extended makeup putting on sequence of Albert getting into the details of all of his clown makeup. And Albert seems to be pretty into the whole clowns thing from the get-go.
Yeah, everybody has like mild clown attire, but Albert is like, I'm clown now.
I legit wonder. I feel like Kayla was like, okay, we need to get ourselves captured. How do we do that? And Albert was like, well, we could dress like clowns.
We have to dress up like clowns. It's the only way. And Kayla's like, that would never work. And he goes, no, we have to dress up as clowns.
Okay, so I got a theory. Now, at the end, now this is jumping ahead a bit, but at the end of the episode, Albert leaves the party so he can work on his own skills, which is fair, that's fine. He's gonna come back in clown attire.
Yes!
Oh God,
he's gonna embrace the clown.
He's going to become Clown Albert. Clownbert. Yes.
And everyone's gonna love him even more because he has embraced who he is.
Now, did you catch when I said Clownbert?
I did, and it's a lot to take in, Mars.
I don't need to question it.
Yeah, it's fine. Clownbert. There, I said it.
Thank you. Thank you for saying it to me. That heals my soul.
So they get captured by the Gluttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they parade through town and get captured by the Gluttons.
Now, if you didn't notice, it's the same place that Jumbalydia and her granddaughter were supposed to have a mission. It's the same exact place.
What?
Yeah,
no way.
Well, and also you see her granddaughter.
Also, you see her granddaughter.
She captures them.
Like, her granddaughter is the one who captures them. She kind of looks a little bit like Bowsette, and what was her name again? Tareen. Thank you.
Yes.
Commander Tareen, as she is now known, captures the clown squad. And yeah, now they're in a big evil place. And they thought that Chase and Chef Jack would be here, but they're not.
And they're like, well, we messed up.
Oops. Maybe going to a random city and getting yourselves captured was not the soundest of plans.
No, without having any intel on, where Chase and Chef Jack are at all.
Also, they do look over at Albert, and he is still wearing the clown makeup.
And we respect him for it.
And then Kayla disintegrates.
Albert. And then, oh my God, then Kayla does disintegrate. She literally falls into squares. And collapses in squares and falls off the screen.
Like a JPEG, though. Like a JPEG just falls apart. It's so impossible to describe.
So you know how in some animes, they freeze on a character and they say a truth, and then they're it cracks and it does a sound. It was that, but to its most extreme. It literally is just. She pixelates and falls apart.
Yeah,
It looked like it was something out of a YouTube poop.
It did. And then she just snaps back into existence.
This episode was so good.
That, honestly, is the reaction gif of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that moment in Clownbert and Jumbalydia really made this episode stand out.
Oh, this was a great episode. This was such a good episode. We had so much fun with it.
So we get to the battle parts. There wasn't even a battle.
No,
Claudia shows up and Taureen's like, okay, it's time to make a Foodon because they're still testing making powerful Foodons. And they make what was it called?
They make the chowder heads.
They mix New York chowder with New England clam chowder.
Mm-hmm.
And it creates the chowder heads, which is a big blue goofy dinosaur with blue heads.
With chowder pots as mouths.
Could you two, really quick, hey, Marvel, Ray.
You want me to do an impression of what the chowder heads sound like?
You want us to be the chowder heads?
Can I speak to the chowder heads? Are the chowder heads here
today? I'm walking here!
What did the other one say? What was the line that they said?
Forget about it.
No, yeah, well, there was forget about it, but there was it was like
I just need to know so I can say it.
Awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome. Yo, wicked awesome.
That's not a cuss because that's how they say it in the show.
No, that's legit how they say it.
Wicked awesome.
Yeah.
And we all flew into the sky.
We did all fly into the sky. We rocketed up, like in...
Or did we all disintegrate?
Well, it's like in Mitomo when you give the Mii their ultra favorite food and they just rocket into the sky, into space. That's what happened to us.
Yep, and we never came back.
We're still up here.
We're recording this episode from space, and I hope the audio quality is a little bit different because there's no sound in space.
Mm-hmm.
So
right, so this is our first silent episode.
Also, we're sharing one mic.
Yeah, well, I was able to grab my mic. The other two,
I was able to grab my processor. So
I was able
helped.
to grab Mars's mic.
It's a good thing that I brought the 50-mile cable. Like, it was really handy.
Are you suggesting space is only 50 miles? I'm not going to question this.
I have a friend.
It is 50 miles, Ray. Count them.
1, 2,
have
3,
a friend who
4,
is
5,
a rocket scientist. I know things by
7,
osmosis.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
All right, you're counting
15.
a little too high. I don't know any of these numbers.
I'm looking up how tall space is.
I'm looking up if the numbers Ray said are real.
Hey Siri, how tall is space?
Okay, I found this on the web for how tall is space. Check it out.
All right, let's see. There's an article by BBC Focus
Siri
Science.
sounded exhausted.
Yeah, that's what I do to Siri.
So I found that space is like 62 miles away.
So we were close.
You were close.
I was
you
close.
Were under. You
As
were the
Professor
closest.
Oak would say in Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64, you are close.
We are in low orbit, okay? It's
fine.
we can colloquially call it space.
You got closest without going over. You did great, Mars.
Yes,
Thank you.
I did get all of the jelly beans in the jar. Thank you.
I concede my foolishness, my inaccuracy about space science, because I know nothing about space science. I only know about history, and therefore I am a fool, and I'm sorry. I apologize, and I need to write a well-written letter to all our fans to also apologize to them.
I would accept as an apology some space history.
Space was made a long time ago. So long ago that none of us were alive, except for maybe Jumbalydia.
Okay,
Is that good enough space history for you?
That did it. No,
Okay.
That did it. So they're in the place.
I'm sorry.
And the Chatterheads are also here, and they're stomping around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman bursts some shit and hit Godzilla with a back grenade. Godzilla got to it.
I just got blasted way back. Oh my god. Mars. That's the second time this year, 2020, that has been referenced in my life.
Have you heard it recently? It's a good song.
Yes, I have. I'm surprised you brought it back so soon to me. So they're in this place, as Mars said. They're in this place.
Yeah, they're in this place, and the Chatterheads are here, and the Chatterheads are doing their thing. I'm not going to do the same joke again.
I really wanted you to, though.
And they're Chase, Albert, Kayla. Wait, not Chase yet. Python.
Oslo.
The meatballs got left behind.
I
Yeah,
know,
they
didn't even
did.
capture the meatballs. What the heck? Gosh.
Also,
golly.
we didn't even talk
Oh
about...
my goodness.
We didn't even talk about how the meatballs are wearing little hats during the clown sequence.
It was so
I
cute.
know, they're so adorable. And they didn't get captured.
They didn't get captured.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah. No,
The gluttons don't fear them. They underestimate them too much.
Again, the meatballs underestimated, and I'm sad about it.
Meatballs get no respect. No respect.
But everyone
No
else gets
respect.
captured, and
Yeah.
they're being chased around by the Chowderheads, and Claudia says, "Don't let them get away." Because they're gonna escape somehow, I
can't
guess.
wait for Chase's tearful reunion with the meatballs.
Ah, that's why they did it. I am excited for this now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And they're being chased
call
by
me the Lightbringer.
So the gang is being chased by the
Mars, you're a
Chowderheads.
delight bringer.
Aw.
Because you're a great friend.
Oh, thank
Aw.
you. You're also a great friend. And
Julio.
Ray, you're a great friend.
Aw, speaking of great friends, how many great friends does it take to screw in the light bulb?
I
Free.
retract everything I've ever
Deck
said
of
about
friendship.
you. Now
It's too late, you already did it. Your
No,
words.
no,
Your words in a
I re-
podcast. It's too late, Mars!
I retract my retractment. It was a goof.
Ow! Gorsh!
Oh my gosh!
Gorsh, Swirl! It was a goof!
Sora!
It was me!
Oh my gosh!
This is not what Goofy sounds like anymore.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is.
can I
This looks like a pretty good place to find some ingredients.
like y'all ain't, y'all's Goofy impressions are like pretty good, but I wanna give my own spin on it. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm ready.
All right. Gosh, Goofy. What? Hello, I'm talking to Goofy. I am Goofy.
He's psyching himself up in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, Goofy, we're gonna get that promotion today. We're gonna walk right into our boss's office.
King
and we're gonna
Mickey.
say, we're gonna walk into King Mickey's office and we're gonna say, King Mickey, I've been working at this company for 30 years.
Gorsh.
And Garsh, remember, I have to say that, Garsh. And I deserve the senior management position.
And that's how Goofy became head of the Royal Guard at Disney Castle.
And is the one in Anaheim or the one in
The one in
Florida?
the one in the Disney World in Kingdom Hearts. That's if Goofy didn't psych himself up in that
Okay.
moment, he would not have ended up on a life-changing adventure with Sora and Donald. I'm so glad that Mars reenacted it with such emotion.
The only way you actually that's official. Tetsuya Nomura greenlit this, and that's just it adds it's another way to get the full story of Kingdom Hearts. You know how sometimes they'll have important voice lines that you can only hear if you go to a specific musical concert. Well, this is important backstory for Kingdom Hearts that you only get if you listen to episode 9 of Fighting Foodons Deck of Friendship at lunarlightstudio.com.
We've been in Tetsuya Nomura's pocket the whole time.
That's right. Why do you think we made so many bits about Ursula the Sea Witch from Kingdom
We
Hearts?
were paid. We were contracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I'd sell out for Kingdom Hearts. You know this.
Yeah, me too.
You
I
know
would
this.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
And we did, because Tetsuya Nomura greenlit this. He let
Walked
us
into
do
our
it.
podcast office and said,
I
"Do
run
this
this
for
now."
me."
I run this.
He's
And we-
like, he's like, do you folks need a manager? And he gave us.
And we all said,
a
"What's a
contract.
man?"
Well, Tetsuya Nomura is he's just always in my house pointing a slingshot at me.
That's what a manager does.
And
He's always sharing you the barrel of the gun, but the gun in this
Yeah.
case is a slingshot.
and he just I think it's a balloon filled with poop. I think that's what it is.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Can you smell it?
It's been he's been I think it's the same balloon from months ago. So yes, I can smell it.
Gross.
That's disgusting.
And I guess this is what a manager does, but
It's what they
I
do.
don't know.
We hired Tetsuya Nomura, so we get what we paid for.
Hey
Mhm.
Tetsuya, can you get a new poop bag, please?
At least a new one, a
Can you
fresh
at least,
one, please.
Can you at least get a new poop? Can you please? Thank you.
So reasonable.
That guy,
Good manager, though.
Good manager.
I mean,
great manager.
good manager, except for the threats. The poop
We're not being
threats.
paid to say this at all.
Well, you see, Mars, me and Ray don't get poop threats, so
Yeah,
it's
why
fine.
am I the only one who gets poop threats?
Is it because you're the producer?
Isn't he the producer?
I thought you edited all the... Wait,
I mean, I do. The editor and producer, not usually.
I know.
Not.
But-
I mean, not
Ursula the Sea Witch is the producer.
right. Yeah. The
Right.
real Ursula the Sea Witch.
Not to be confused with Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yeah, absolutely. Not.
Anyway, Chase...
What happens in this episode again?
So they're being chased by the clam chowder heads or whatever they're called, and then Cinnamonkey's voice comes over the the security camera, but the camera's static because it was broken, and
but
says,
they didn't actually play a static sound effect, which is
Thank
fine by
goodness.
me.
That's yes.
And Cinemonkey's voice says, "Let me in, let me in, let me in," and then they said, "Okay,
Hey, let me in, please. I brought banana bread.
And it's gonna get stale.
It's gonna get
Let
stale
me
out
in.
here. Let me in."
And so they let him in. But it was actually Jumbalydia and Chase with the best impersonator, Jumbalydia.
Jumbalydia is the best impersonator.
Jumbalydia is the best impersonator. And here's the thing about it, is that this whole episode has actually been Jumbalydia doing all three of our voices.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. We hired on at Jumbalydia to record this Deck of Friendship episode in all of our voices.
Yeah,
even
no,
now.
this is me as Jumbalydia. This is me, Jumbalydia, as Ray. Mars, Ray, and Marble needed a break, so they asked me to come in and then just kind of do this for them. This one time. Just this
They're
one.
currently playing Animal Crossing New Horizons because they got the game early and they got trapped in the game, and if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Tetsuya Nomura got them an early copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that is what makes him such a great manager.
Oh.
Thanks, Tetsuya Nomura.
Yeah. And now I, Jumbalydia, am going to do my real voice for just a little bit, just to say some words.
My name's Jumbalydia, and I got jambalaya on my head. My granddaughter might be a Foodon?
And those are the words that I said.
You ever think about how my granddaughter, Taurine, might be a Foodon, though?
I am sort of
her
convinced.
dress is made of food.
Her dress is made of food. I do feel like sort of like, you know, if you go into like the deep lore of Pokemon, there are like theories that
The ashes of Pokemon, and
or that like there's like a book you can get in Gen 4 that says like Pokemon and people used to be the same thing.
But humans evolved out of Pokemon.
well, some
something like
Pokemon
that.
were humans, like a lot of ghost Pokemon were humans.
I have different theories about that, but yeah, like I legit do think though that like maybe Foodons and humans are like more closely related than we're led to believe.
Interesting. Anyway, there's a tearful reunion, not really, of Chase and Kayla hugging, and then Claudia's like, "Oh no, it's him," and does another effect. What would you call that effect?
Wait, now hold on. This is an important part.
I know.
So Jumbalydia sees her granddaughter Tareen and is like, "Oh, you're brainwashed. You don't remember me. But I know what will jog your memory."
And then she shoots a Kamehameha Jambalaya wave out of her hat.
And there's a shot of Tareen with an incredible shocked expression as she is drowned in jambalaya.
And then she wakes up.
And then there's another shot of her just sort of munching. And then she wakes up and does a transformation sequence where she gets out of her Bowsette outfit and gets into her
Foodon cosplay.
Weird soup clothes.
Her soup clothes, yeah.
Her clothes are soup for some reason.
Like a meat sachet thing.
Maybe if I was smart, I would have looked up if taurine was a food.
It's that thing that they put in like Red Bull and Monster Energy and stuff.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yes, it is. It's taurine. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure taurine is a meat thing.
Taurine, it's spelled differently than the...
Taurine and Monster, a key ingredient in Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, and other energy drinks. The ingredient is added because there's evidence it helps muscle function, may aid athletic performance and endurance, helps reduce anxiety, and appears to aid blood sugar in regulation and cardiac health.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also a French food, terrine, which is made in a pottery container, also called the terrine. And most terrines contain a large amount of fat as well as pork.
Terrine is a deep and usually covered bowl, which means food or soup, where foods like soup are served.
So basically, terrine is a foodon.
So that's probably more... I'm going to go ahead and say that she's probably based on the soup bowl and not on...
Monster Energy drink.
On the Monster Energy drink additive.
But could be. You never know.
You never know. It's fighting
Maybe.
Foodons. They're wild and crazy up in here.
I'm
So-
just saying that, well, first off, she should have been jacked either way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. The Chowderheads are stomping towards Tureen.
They're stomping
and-
around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman bursts from shade, hit Godzilla with back grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack him. Didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up Can Shaq food when Arrow card came out of the blue and started bleeding up Shaquille O'Neal. They both got flat by the Batmobile. But before we could make back to Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave, pulled a game force, stepped out, his hat, blew Batman away with the rat-tat-tat. They ran out of pulse and ran away. Then Optimus Prime can save the day.
Is the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. Could get back us in explosions. As far as the eye can't see, only one for survivors. Who it will be?
Godzilla took a bite out of Optimus Prime like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of Prime and Jack came back, coming in and tried Jack, but Jack Chan jumped down, landed on his back. Batman was injured and trying to get steady when Abraham Lincoln came back with the machete with something that goes like a trip to India and just took about his whip. Saw Godzilla sticking up from behind, then reached for his gun, but he just couldn't find because Batman stole and shot, he missed. And Abraham and Jackie Chan deflected with his fist and jumped in the air and did some salt with Abraham, drinking tried to pull fault onto Optimus Prime and they collided in the air and they both got hit by camera stare. This is the ultimate showdown. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions, as far as I can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it can be. How long are you gonna let me go? I feel like I'm all right.
Until the copyright
all the way.
police come.
Keep going.
From Neil Ciceriga, the copyright police will come. Okay.
I'm not stopping you. You can finish the entire thing. I will be glad to listen.
I am really struggling to remember how the Chuck Norris verse starts.
Well, let's keep going. Maybe you'll remember.
Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick who could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones. I'm not going to be able to remember all of
Get
that.
off the gate. Get off the gate.
Yeah, that's it.
Even get off the
That's
gray,
it,
get
that's
off
the
the
end.
White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's
Goes
Black
Knight,
Knight,
and the Mace
and
Mussolini,
Benito
and the
Mussolini, and
Blue
the
Maniac,
Cowboy Curtis, and John B. the Genie, Robocop, Terminator, Captain Kirk, and Darth Vader, Logan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston, Theodore, Logan, Spock, The Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere, landing fast and kicked Chuck Norris'
Cowboy butt.
ass.
Yeah.
Cowboy booty.
Speaking of cowboy
the
booty,
bloodiest battle that the world ever saw.
Bliss of billions, looking on in total
awe.
The fight raged on for a
Champion-
century, then the last claim, but eventually a champion stood the rest of the better. Mr. Rogers in the bloodstained sweater.
This is the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. This is about because explosions.
And only one will survive. I will be the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. Okay, there we go. We did it. I did it. We did it.
You did it.
So
We did it.
Jumbalydia stands in front of
I
Shireen.
can't believe that's all gotta stay in, but I don't know how it's gonna come off.
No, it's good. It's very
it's
good.
fine. You're good.
That was hilarious.
Was it?
Yes, I
Yes.
shut up because it was good content.
We'll find out if it was hilarious.
If you cut it, I will yell at my editor, Mars.
I will say, ah!
I'm not gonna cut it. I'm
Exactly.
not gonna cut it, but
Because if you do, you know what'll happen. I'll say, ah!
I'm not going to stop her, Mars.
well,
I will do it.
She'll do it.
kind of already done it twice, and it wasn't so bad. So
Oh,
the
it's
third
going to be
one, though?
so much
The third
worse.
one?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Your
Alright.
ears?
It really sinks in the third time. Like, you'll realize how bad it was a few hours from now, but, like, once we get to the third one, it'll, like,
could you
really
just,
hit hard.
for a second, just for like exactly 1 second, break off a little bit of what the third one will sound like.
Oh,
like
God.
right in
I'm
the
taking
middle
off
of
my
it.
earphones, God.
No,
Okay.
because the viewers don't deserve that. They're just
That's
trying
fair.
to enjoy themselves and have a good day. I don't want to mind crush them.
I did, Marble. I did forget that you are basically Banshee from the X-Men.
Of course. I don't know what Banshee from the X-Men does, but whatever she does, that's me too.
She does that.
She screamed.
I'm so glad she makes that exact noise.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, no.
Anyway.
She's standing in between the two.
Staying in between Chowderheads and Tureen.
Right, the way you started that sentence
Mars,
sounded
please.
as if you... I'm sorry, but it sounded as if you were about to go into a song. And I just... anyway. We can't have two songs in one episode.
We gotta wait
but-
for the full version to come out.
Yeah, but she's standing in front of the Chowderhead.
And then the
Jumbalydia
Chowderheads
is.
stomp on her.
She does get stomped on.
And then we all scream because we all thought the best character ever died.
I screamed extremely loudly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but legit, we all yelled.
It was bad to look at.
It was very bad, yeah.
And then she lived, though.
And then she was fine. She got flattened like a piece of paper, and then her granddaughter Tareen just sort of picked her up like a cardboard cutout. And she was still talking and stuff.
Yeah, so she was fine.
And then the clam chowder heads started arguing about the ethics of stepping on old ladies.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I respect that.
Like, they're like, oh, you like stepping on little old ladies, eh? And they're like, hey, forget about it. And then they start fighting.
And it was extremely baffling because one of them just kept saying, you know, it's a little known fact that you shouldn't step on old ladies. And they just kept going with the little known fact thing for a while.
Yeah.
It was weird. I didn't get it.
But they did fight each other.
They did fight each other by punching themselves in the head.
Yeah, and
allowing everyone a chance to escape.
Well, and then Chase did a combo attack.
Yeah, hot dog on it, and
Fried Ricer did a combo attack. Fried Ricer jumped onto Hot Dog Onic's back, and they powered up, and then Hot Dog Onic did a spiral beam into the chowders, and they got blasted really far away. Like, very far away.
They flew past us while we were in space.
Mm-hmm.
62 miles above the Earth, even.
They went at least 62 miles away.
At least.
That is way funnier than the thing I was going to say.
Oh no, say your thing though.
But I will say the thing I was going to say anyway, and that Hot Dog on it, Fried Ricer, and Sir Dumping are in a polyamorous relationship.
Respect.
Which is it's not funny, it's just like true.
Facts of life.
Yeah.
Respect.
Because polyamory isn't funny, it's just a reality. It's just a thing that people do. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Claudia looks at the camera and says, wow, I hope I'm not brainwashed by the gluttons. That would be terrible.
And then the narrator says, it would be terrible, Claudia. And we all screamed.
Yeah.
Because foreshadowing.
Redemption arc.
That's the episode.
We wanted it since episode 1.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And here's the thing about it, is that I did call this specific... I mean, we all wanted the redemption arc, but I called this specific thing this episode.
Yes, you did.
What a good episode, though.
It had a lot of things go on. Plot-wise, we finally got the gang back together. Albert's out because he's a rival. And also will embrace true clownery.
He's not even a rival, though, because he's like, they're not like, next time we meet, we're gonna fight. They're like, next time we meet, we're gonna fight those guys together.
Right. Well, that's just how Albert works. He only stayed because Chase and Jack weren't around, which was noble of him and nice.
Albert's a little bit of a lone wolf, or as we in the biz like to know him, a lone clown.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
It sounded like that goof almost made you barf.
I'm gonna throw up.
Only Buff Oslo can make him do that.
It's true. Thank gosh Buff Oslo has not come back yet. I say yet.
No, not yet. Episode 3 does not need to. It did not happen.
All right, just cut all that out, I guess.
No, why would I cut it out? What are you talking about?
Because it never happened.
What never happened, Ray?
I don't know. So it's a really good episode.
Our minds got wiped again.
We get introduced to some really fun characters. The plot's moving forward again, and Chase is back with friends. Now more powerful, as we saw with the blasting hot dog on it, fried ricer combo. Claudia's about to have a redemption arc!
Yeah, it might even be next episode.
I'm speaking it into existence.
Look, if it's not next episode, it's gonna happen at some point, right? The
It's
narrator
happening soon.
said so.
It has to.
The narrator said, yeah, Claudia, it would suck if you were brainwashed, huh? The narrator, the omnipresent friend. I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just excited for Claudia.
It's true, yeah. This isn't the last we've seen of her, Nya.
Nah, I just really want Claudia to just be a regular member of the squad.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, okay, before we close out the episode, because we're wrapping up very shortly here, but before we close out the episode, I want to play a little mind game with you two. A little creative game here.
You can say shadow game.
I won't. So, when Tareen recovered from her mind control spell, she did a little transformation and changed clothes.
Uh-huh.
So, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I already know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
First off, when Claudia is out, will she transform into a human or what? Like, what's going on
No, she'll
here?
transform into a cat.
Oh, just a regular cat?
Regular cat.
Oh, that's so much better.
That's so much better. I'm banking on she'll turn into a normal human, but I would love cat much better.
I think she's going to turn into a regular human.
She'll turn into a like an e-girl with the cat ear headphones.
Yes. But I'm so rooting for her turning into just a regular cat. But that still talks.
She's wearing oven mitts that look like cat
Yeah, she
paws.
still talks. Yes.
Still talks.
Oh, yeah.
Just can't ambulate.
Well, it's okay, because she'll just be part of the crew from that point on and give sage advice. Better than Oslo.
Way better than Oslo. Claudia
Sassy
will...
sage
new
advice.
mentor now.
Claudia will replace Oslo.
Claudia
Claudia's just
will
gonna
kill Oslo.
Claudia's gonna take the saucer and just float on it. And Oslo will have to walk.
Wait!
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What happens when Oslo's mind control spell wears off?
Buff Oslo.
Buff Oslo.
Because
Buff Oslo.
what Chef Jack brain controlled Oslo to believe that he's on the side of the good.
Mm.
The heck? What the gosh?
I don't know if
my
Chef Jack...
goodness.
Is Chef Jack that notorious? Probably.
I mean, to take out the former King Glutton? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I'm excited
saying.
for the next few episodes now.
Honestly, this show's been picking up.
Sorry, I kicked my desk.
Oh, me when I
I
kicked
didn't
my
mean
desk.
to. It was an accident.
Say sorry to your desk.
Sorry to your desk.
It's okay, Marvel. One last thing about Claudia and the saucer. She drinks milk from the saucer also. Anyway, that's my time.
Love that. Yeah. No, I love that.
Drinks milk from Oslo's saucer.
Gross.
Awful. His feet have been in there.
No, they would clean it! Oh, she would never. She would never.
Oslo doesn't have feet.
He's just
I've never
floating.
seen them.
He did have legs when he was buff.
Yeah, but that's just buff. That's just a level 60 Oslo. He's only at level 33 right now.
I hate this because I'm just imagining just a flat surface of skin where legs grew out.
I hate this. I hate this.
Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. And we'll catch you next week. You know the biz. We'll be back. You'll never get rid of us. And
no matter how hard you try.
Never how hard you try.
We're always there.
Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. Design strong, just in due time. All I know is a powerful thing. Not to pass it as the pendulum swings. At the end of the day, life ticks away. Wait, what? Anyway.
I don't know the words to that one. I would have, but I don't know all the words.
I only know some of the words, as evidenced by the fact that I mumbled my way through half a verse. Anyway, if you enjoyed the show, it would be really cool if you left us a review on iTunes. Really helps us out. What also really helps us out is sharing the show with a friend. This has been it has been, and I imagine will continue to be, a very weird season of Deck of Friendship. So if you have friends who enjoy just weird stuff, this is the season for them. Yeah, absolutely. Sharing with a friend, sharing on social media, whatever. It really helps us out. And we really appreciate it, and it would be really, really cool. Yeah, and you can find us on Twitter at Friendship Deck. We got an email, deckofriendshippod@gmail.com. And yeah, as we say every single week on this here podcast.
Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grails, but
Ray, you're not doing it.
I don't know it.
And Cowboy Curtis and John Peavage. It's okay.
You're doing great.
No, that's fair. Hey, thank you, Ray.
So supportive. Have a good week, everybody.
That's it. Have a good week.
That's
Bye.
it. That's where the episode ends.